All right. Just let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm just going to tweet out the stream really quick just to make sure that people are coming in before we actually start talking about the nitty gritty. Let's see. You can probably see on screen what I'm doing here. So, we're live. Come through. Good. Looks like you can hear me. Jeffrey Nader. Oh man, we got people coming in. Good stuff. Hey, what's going on? So I'm just gonna wait a minute here, let some people kind of linger in before we start talking about the dirties, the Nintendo Direct, the stuff that everyone wants to know about. Oh, should be a good time. I figure got a chill Friday night, not really doing anything. And I'm gonna be gone tomorrow and Sunday, so I figure I'll hang out with you guys tonight. Haven't done this in a while. A nice chill stream, just to talk to you guys. So yeah, it should be good, especially since we've got some stuff to talk about now that the Nintendo Direct has happened, or the Nintendo Direct Mini, I should say. Um, yeah, the stream quality seems to be good. Um, Miles Howard is saying the Splatfest is tonight, and I am definitely going to be checking that out after we're done here. I might stream for like an hour or something, maybe a little more. And then I'm definitely going to check out the Splatfest because I am gone. Like every time there's a Splatfest, I'm away for work, and literally every Splatfest since the first one, I was away for work. So I'm excited to actually participate tonight. But yeah, well, I guess we'll kind of get started here. So, as you've seen by the stream, the title of the stream, and as you probably saw on Twitter, like I was talking about before, there have been some discussions online about another Nintendo Direct. You know, is there going to be one? Uh, was the mini Direct not enough? There's some things we don't know about. Um, so I thought I'd just kind of get together with you guys and see what you have to say about it. Um, Rather than just kind of do a video on my thoughts, I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on this too, because the internet seems to be a little mixed. One of the things I do want to bring up is that I've got some tabs here open. This has been kind of floating around on Twitter, and I'll zoom in a bit for you guys. But basically, if you have not seen this, oh crap, I zoomed in too much. If you have not seen this, this is basically a list of every mini direct, so every Nintendo Direct mini. It should be on screen, right? Yeah, okay, that's on screen for you guys. So every Nintendo Direct mini has been followed up with an actual like full length direct within 20 days of each mini direct. So as you can see here, July 18th, 2012, July 30th, 2012, we got a full direct. September 7th, 2012, September 13th, there was a full direct. So, and you can go down the list. The longest wait in between was, of course, December 19th, 2012 to January 8th, 2013. And that was a really big direct. That was like the first like big Wii U direct. Um, that was kind of like what helped the Wii U. I don't want to say saved the Wii U because the Wii U didn't really get saved, but it was a really big direct for the Wii U. And October 29th, 2013 to November 12th, 2013, um, kind of a big gap there as well. But the point is, every mini direct has been soon followed up with a larger direct. And this is kind of hard to argue because Nintendo has really been kind of back on track with their directs lately. You know, after the passing of Satoru Iwata, it was. I'm gonna open up this tab here just so I can see the chat. But uh, after, of course, Iwata passed away, Nintendo kind of went silent on the whole Nintendo Direct thing. They didn't have a Direct for quite a long time. Understandably, it was probably very tumultuous over at Nintendo. They probably had to rejig some things, rethink their mission, rethink what they want to do. Because Satoru Iwata was kind of leading the way with, you know, the ending of the Wii U and kind of working on the Switch. Um, but now that Nintendo's kind of back on track, really back on track, the Switch is flourishing. Um, Nintendo Directs seem to be kind of, I don't want to say a regular occurrence, but they're definitely back on track. Of course, we had the Xenoblade 2 Direct back in November, I believe that was. And that's something actually I'll get to. Another piece of evidence that has come up recently is that there's an empty slot on the Nintendo Direct website, on the Japanese Nintendo Direct website. Usually, when a slot opens up, there is a Nintendo Direct incoming. This happens basically every time a Direct is about to happen. And as you can see here on the Japanese website, look at that big old ugly gap down here. We've got, of course, the Mini Direct, the Xenoblade Direct, the Animal Crossing one, the last actual Direct that we had, which was, I believe, in September. Yeah, 9/14, Splatoon 2 Direct, and so on and so on. And of course, when a new Direct is coming, they just take out the oldest one from this list, so that there's room for a new one. And that popped up, I believe, yesterday, maybe the day before, I forget. But that's got people talking as well. Um, so, is there actually going to be another Direct soon? At first, like when people first started saying, "Oh my God, we need another Direct right away," like I was so my impressions. If you saw my live reaction, I'm actually pretty okay with what they showed in the Nintendo Direct Mini. It wasn't anything earth shattering. It wasn't an amazing Direct, but it was good in my opinion. You know, it gave us information that we didn't have, and there are definitely some good games. Um, but there were definitely a lot of things missing, and I actually see I'm gonna butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Urius Ference, I think is your name. Um, you're saying that Bayonetta 1 and 2 is coming soon, and they need to advertise that again. Excuse me. I agree. That is, despite those two games being ports, those are pretty big deals. And I feel like Nintendo, even if it's just like a 30-second little push, they are definitely going to want to bring that up again because maybe not everyone was watching the Game Awards. I feel like Nintendo Directs are going to get a lot more audiences, or it's going to get a bigger audience, especially from the Nintendo fan base, than the Game Awards would. The award show business is much different than a informative Nintendo Direct. Um, but what was I saying? There are a lot of things that were missing from the direct. Even though I thought it was good, you know, Mario Tennis actually looks pretty cool. Has a lot of potential. Um, Kirby is looking good. Pokémon's getting DLC. I wasn't expecting that. 1996 Mario Sonic. Hey, what's up? Silver Tom. Hey, what's going on? Silver Tom 93. He was in my Game of the Year discussion. If you guys don't know, definitely check his stuff out. Hey man, how's it going? I feel like the mini direct is pretty good, some pretty exciting stuff, but I feel it's definitely building up to a much bigger direct, I hope. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm starting to come around to. At first, I was thinking, you know what? Nah, we don't need another direct for a while. This is good. We got some information. But as I started to think about it more, I was like, yeah, you know what? We really didn't find out that much. I still feel like Nintendo has a lot of cards to play for the first half of 2018. Um, so I do think that another full direct would be coming at some point, definitely before E3, but it's just a matter of how soon that will happen. And originally, I was thinking, you know what, we're not going to get one until March. They'll probably have one before Kirby to promote that. But then, of course, Yuri Francis, again, I probably butchered that, brought up that Bayonetta 1 and 2 is February. It's coming soon, and I believe that is February. So they need to talk about that because, again, those are ports, but they are very big games. I'm just going to zoom in on the chat. Oh, great. Oh, come on. I've got, for some reason, my bottom bar on my screen is being really annoying lately. And sometimes it just won't go away. So I'm having trouble scrolling over. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Um, but yeah, okay, so let's read the chat of it. Let's read the chat. It looks like they used the mini direct to separate some games from bigger ones, so Pokemon Metroid and Bayonetta. I think we'll get a big direct early in February. Joseph Dalton is saying Hyrule Warriors, Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze got me pretty hyped. what's even better is a lot of Nintendo fans have been begging for these two games along with the Zelda HD ports. I definitely think that Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD will show up at some point. They'll just have to kind of reconfigure the gamepad controls because of course there was the gyroscope, and then there was also the fact that you could switch things out on the fly. Of course, with only being able to use one screen at a time, they can't exactly do that. Ugh. Um, so yeah, I liked the direct, but what is there that they didn't talk about? I am very, very shocked that they did not talk about Fire Emblem Switch. I for sure thought that we were going to get some information on that because Nintendo has said that Fire Emblem is coming to the Switch. It's coming this year. And if you ask me, like, okay, Fire Emblem is a really big franchise, especially, I mean, if you look at its representation in Smash Brothers, that says everything. But it's not a franchise for me personally. It's very neat. It's an anime. It's not anime. It's a Japanese art styled um, strategy role playing game. It's pretty niche despite how big it is. Um, so I don't know if that's necessarily an E3 announcement. I think they've shown off Fire Emblem before at E3, but I don't know if that's something that you announce for the first time at E3. I think that's better suited for a general Nintendo Direct where the Nintendo fan base will be tuning in. Um, as for when it will be released, I actually think that's a before like I think that's for the first half of the year. I really think that would be like May-ish, June, because I think that's when we got Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia. I think that was in May, so I think that's a good time slot for Fire Emblem. Get it out there, before school or like right when school's ending for like high schoolers and whatnot. Get it out before E3, and then don't have it competing in the holidays when some of the really big appeal to all franchises might be. Because Fire Emblem Warriors came out in October, and it kind of got buried with everything. So Um, what are your predictions for the Mario Tennis characters? Um, I think that we're going to see the standard like Yoshi's going to be there, Bowser's going to be there. As for new characters, I think it would be awesome if Pauline was in there from. I mean, I was going to say from Super Mario Odyssey, but she's from other games before that. But I think Pauline would definitely be awesome. I think Cappy would be really cool too. Get Cappy in there. Um, I'm kind of hoping some of like the more obscure Donkey Kong characters get in there, like maybe get Funky Kong in there. I mean, he's in Tropical Freeze now. You got the new Funky Mode meme flying around. Get Funky Kong in there. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe get Diddy Kong. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash was very disappointing in many ways, including its roster. So I'm hoping that there's some, more crazier. Get Birdo in there. That'd be cool. Um, will we see Pokemon Switch in May, just like the other games were announced? So here's the thing: we are not going to see Pokemon Switch until Game Freak and the Pokemon Company reveal what's its name, Zeraora. I forget what it's called, but the electric legendary Pokemon that's in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It's been found in the data. It's been found in the data mine, but it hasn't been officially revealed by Pokemon yet. We are definitely not going to see Pokemon Switch until we see that Pokemon revealed officially. They wouldn't reveal a game before that Pokemon is actually revealed. So I don't think that we'll see Pokemon Switch for a little while. Is it coming in 2018? I think it has a better chance of coming in 2018 than Metroid Prime 4, but I still don't think Pokemon Switch is that likely for this year. That's just me though. Um, uh, but anyway, what else was missing from that Nintendo Direct? We didn't see Yoshi. That was really weird that we didn't see the new Yoshi game. I for sure thought we were going to see that because it's really weird. Like they showed it seemed like it was further along than Kirby Star Allies because at E3 the Trios actually demoed the Yoshi game, whereas Kirby just got a trailer. But Kirby also had a name at E3, whereas Yoshi was just Yoshi. So it's a little weird why we didn't see Yoshi. Is that game not as far along as we thought? Because I don't see that game being a big holiday title. I don't see that being like a October, November release. I think that's more like of a summer release, like July or August or something, where it's kind of like a dead period. Ugh. talking this much is kind of tough. I'm glad I have water with me. Um, I would like to see Professor Egad as a playable character. I agree. Professor Egad would be awesome. He's definitely a he deserves more love. He's an awesome character. Pokemon Direct next and Fire Emblem Direct. I feel like there's too many things we still don't know about for there to just be like a specific direct. Like if I feel like if we're gonna get so if Fire Emblem is going to get revealed, okay, here's what I think. Fire Emblem, I think, would be properly revealed in a general Nintendo Direct and then have a more elaborate Direct later on. Whereas Pokemon, I think that they could have a full on Direct for Pokemon. The Pokemon Company usually does things their own way, they march to the beat of their own drummer. Um, Tegan and Ganon asks, do you think there will be a Direct or not? Um, the short answer is I do think there will be another direct very soon. I think the latest we would see another direct is like the middle of March. I think that we will definitely see one by mid March. Whether or not it's going to be within 20 days, I don't know. Because we've got Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming in February. We know that. Um, and we've got Kirby in March. We've got a big game for both February and for March. I don't know if they need to do too much before then. Usually the first half of the year is slower than the second half of the year. That's when the second half of the year is when we start getting more and more information. Whereas the first half of the year is usually kind of slow. But I could definitely see a direct in like late February, early March. I'd love to see one before that. But I don't know if we'll get one quite that early. Um, let's see. Do you think Nintendo is already developing the next Mario Kart game for the Switch? Yes, I 100% think they are. Usually we only get one Mario Kart game per console, but I mean Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is kind of an exception because it's the first Mario Kart port we ever got. I think they wanted to get a big, multiplayer game on the Switch that's good for anyone as soon as possible. So I think that's why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe exists. I do think a Mario Kart 9 is going to be coming. Definitely not this year. They're going to want to space that out for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Um, Fire Emblem Echoes was revealed in a Fire Emblem Direct, and they also revealed Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah, but that was also like that Direct was covering like multiple games, and Fire Emblem Echoes was kind of like it's a remake. It's not like the big, you know what I mean? It's not the next big Fire Emblem game. Um, I feel like Fire Emblem games usually get revealed in like more general directs. But then of course with the complicated nature of Fire Emblem games, a more concentrated direct does seem appropriate. I just don't know if they'd want to do that right away. I don't know if they'd get as many people watching just because they haven't actually shown Fire Emblem yet. It's a little hard to get excited for Fire Emblem Switch when we don't know too much about it. And again, I'm not a Fire Emblem person myself, so I'm not going to get excited anyway. But I feel like they'd want to show it off and then start, you know, giving people more information. Once they know what Fire Emblem is on the Switch, now we start giving the people that are interested a lot more information. That's usually how these these focus directs go anyway. The game gets revealed and then they go into more depth. So I could see that happening with Fire Emblem. Um, there's there has yet to be there has to be another direct because we still don't know about the online. Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Switches all over the internet. Yeah, there's a lot of ports that have been rumored that I think are very likely. The online, I don't know if we're gonna find out about the online for a while. I feel like the online will get talked about when they have a big online game to kind of release it with. Um, and to me, I think that game is Smash Brothers. I mean, they've already got Mario Kart out, they've already got Splatoon out, they've got ARMS out, Pokken came out last year. If they're going to release the online, they've got to release it with a big multiplayer game. And I feel like they'd want to have that game like confirmed publicly in people's minds before they talk about the online. So I know I think they've delayed. I forget if it was like I know it's coming in 2018. I mean, hopefully. But I don't know. Wasn't it like delayed to the fall or something, or was that like just? I think that was like Nintendo of Italy or something was saying it's coming in the fall, but no one else has said that yet. Regardless, I don't. That's weird. I don't know when they're going to talk about the online. If they will, excuse me. if they do talk about the online, I think we're also going to find out about Virtual Console or whatever the Virtual Console equivalent is. I don't think it's going to be called Virtual Console. I think that branding is going to be dropped. I think there is going to be some sort of new subscription service with the online. So if they do talk about the online, they will talk about that. I also think that would be a good time to talk about the next big online multiplayer game, which again, I think it's Smash Brothers. I think 2018 is the year of Smash, and I think Smash is probably an E3 announcement, so we might not find out about the online until like summer-ish. Um, which I'm okay with that. As long as they're talking about their games in the meantime, that's what I care about the most. The online is free. It's not amazing, but it's fine. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so we got a lot of chat to catch up on. Um, Virtual Console. I definitely want to have Mario Sunshine, Melee, and Sonic Riders on the go. There's a lot of I really want GameCube games. The GameCube is the one generation I kind of missed out on, and I've gone back and I've played some GameCube games here and there. Like I've played the Wind Waker, of course, Super Smash Brothers Melee. I played Super Mario Sunshine, but I definitely there's a lot of GameCube games I missed out on. I still have to play the Metroid Prime trilogy. I know it's a big sin as a Nintendo fan. I need to play the Thousand Year Door, so I really hope for GameCube Virtual Console. Um, Nintendo Direct is unlikely. Next is either a Fire Emblem Direct or a Pokemon Direct. Um, I don't know. Those I think those are definitely coming. I just don't know if that's what's next. Um, let's see. Um, oh my goodness, so much chat. Fire Emblem will probably be shown in one direct before E3 and another one at E3. Nintendo usually showcases games released within the same year multiple times. I actually think Fire Emblem will be before E3. I could really see that coming out in May. And Nintendo has been having quick turnarounds with their reveals and their releases. I mean, technically this is Ubisoft, but if you don't count the leaks, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was revealed in June, like the middle of June, and was released 2.5 months later at the end of August. Not even 2.5 months later. So that was the quick turnaround. Um, we got the reveal of Mario Tennis Aces was revealed, a couple days ago, and it's got a spring release date. So that's a quick turnaround. Nintendo's really been kind of doing that lately. Um, do you think we might get a Splatoon 1 Deluxe edition for Switch? Many people didn't get a chance to play it on Wii U. I don't think so. Splatoon 2 has been really good about bringing a lot of the fan favorite content over from the Wii U version. So if you didn't play Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2 is kind of covering that in some way, but I also think Splatoon 2 is just a better game in general. And Splatoon 1 doesn't exactly work on the Switch because you have Splatoon 1 has a map system on the gamepad where you've always got a map going on and you can tap it to warp to other players. And Splatoon 1 plays a bit differently than Splatoon 2, so I don't know if they'd be able to port that. Medi Geek is saying, "Hi Hayden. Um, oh, where are you? I just wanted to say that we will know nothing about the online, the Virtual Console, Fire Emblem, Bayonetta 1 or 2. So in short, I think we will be getting a direct soon, or we still don't know anything about them. Um, yeah, I can agree. Those are some things that we do want to find out about. I only want to buy Virtual Console games. Screw subscription-based services. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of buying my Virtual Console games, just because I have like A Link to the Past 3 different times now. It's getting a little annoying. Um, uh, if I can just kind of like pay for online and have access to a catalog of games, I definitely love that. Yeah, I don't technically own them, but they're there for me to play. So, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Switch, even though it's too soon. Hopefully, they'll improve the Virtual Console mode, 1080p TV mode, 720p handheld mode. I really do think this is the year of Smash Brothers. I really do believe that. Um, by the way, thank you guys for coming into the stream. This is actually maybe my busiest stream I've had yet. So thank you guys for coming. This is always fun to talk with you guys. Um, I definitely think this is the year of Smash Brothers. I really think it's like a holiday release, like November. I think it's like the big November release this year. I think it's going to be at E3 because Smash Wii U and 3DS came out in 2014. It's been a while. So people want Smash Brothers on the Switch. If they're going to release the online, I think they need to do it alongside a big online game. To me, that's Smash Brothers. They've already got Mario Kart out. They've already got Splatoon out. So yeah. Tom is saying I haven't played the Metroid Prime trilogy or the Thousand Year Door. Yeah, I really need to get on those. We should both do that. I really do need to play those. If we do get virtual console for the Switch, would there be a chance to re-download virtual games from NES or SNES games from the shoot from the 3DS or Wii U without buying at full price? I kind of doubt it. The Switch ecosystem works very differently than the Wii U's and the 3DS's. So I feel like from now on they're gonna have a way to make things transferable forward. I'm not expecting them to be able to transfer like from things backwards. It's kind of unfortunate. I'd love to be wrong, but I can't see it happening. Um, let's see. Remember the direct where they did 3 spotlights last spring? Well, I think that they should make another one for that where they focus on Fire Emblem and other big games. That would be a good idea because I think Fire Emblem, I really do think it's coming before E3, and that is a big game that I think they'd want to spend a lot of time on. There's a lot of people that care about it. Um, I don't think we'll be getting Smash soon, as we're getting a lot of fighting games for this year. Street Fighter Collection, SNK, we've got Pokemon DLC, we've got indie fighting games. Yeah, but Smash Brothers is kind of its own thing. As long as Smash Brothers comes after everything else, I don't think that's a big deal. Everyone will still, the people who are interested in those other fighting games will buy them, and then Smash Brothers will come out in the fall, presumably if it's real, if it's happening in the fall. Everyone will buy that, and what do you know? You still got your sales from your older games, from your games that came out earlier this year. So I don't think it's a big deal if Smash releases in the same year as a bunch of different fighting games. Um, so yeah. Um, I heard that Splatoon 2 is fantastic. Definitely got to pick that up for my collection. Oh yeah, Splatoon 2 is great. I'm still addicted to it. I come back to it almost every day. I love Splatoon 2. One thing I'm worried about is that we won't be getting any new games in a new direct. I feel like we would get non gameplay for Metroid. That would be amazing. Maybe Pokemon, Yoshi and Kirby, but that's it. I could see. Hmm. I still, if we got another direct, I think that they would really focus on all the stuff we know because the stuff that we know about, we still don't know that much about. First of all, Metroid Prime 4, we're not going to see that till E3 at least. But I think they. Hmm. Okay, here's the one that I'm really weird about. Animal Crossing. I actually don't. At first, I was thinking, yeah, reveal it right now. Reveal it as soon as possible because Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is out. There's going to be apparently some connectivity with that and the mainline Animal Crossing games. Release it or reveal it now so it can be released before, maybe sometime this fall. But then I started thinking that might actually be a better reveal for E3 because if they have it revealed super early, people are going to be able to expect to play that at E3. I don't think that's a game that's going to demo very well at E3. Animal Crossing just doesn't seem like the right game to demo at E3. You want a different game that like you can accomplish something in a short period of time. Whereas Animal Crossing, it's all about what you want to do. Um, in it's kind of like building your own town. I feel like Animal Crossing just wouldn't demo well. Um, so I feel like that might actually be a better E3 reveal, and then just not have it playable at E3, just have it maybe released later on. Um, Joseph Dalton, thank you. Anytime, Hayden. Again, thank you guys so much for coming through. I love talking to you guys. I love hearing what you guys have to say. Um, what's your opinion on Luigi just having a mini game instead of him being playable as DLC in Odyssey? I mean, at least he's there. Like, honestly, at least Luigi got some recognition. Because it was kind of weird that he wasn't in the game originally, but at least he's there. I would have preferred to have him playable. I like Luigi more than Mario. Tom is saying, I've got to head off now. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and evening. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. Um, I don't know if you just heard that. Someone just absolutely squealed their tires going up the road. That happens here a lot. If you guys heard that, oh, I think I just lost you guys for a sec. YouTube is oh crap. Is the stream being dumb? Let me know in the chat if the stream is being dumb. I just got oh yeah, it's looking choppy. It's looking really choppy. Oh god. All right, let's hop on Twitter, see if people are getting the stream's not doing well. So just putting out a tweet saying stream's not going well. Let me know. It's okay. Stream's back. Is it good? Is the quality good? Is the frame rate okay? Um, we're back. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Everything's good there. Everything's good. I just want to make sure before I continue, because I don't want to say anything that you guys miss. It's good. All right. So, like I was saying before, what was I saying before? I kind of forget. Animal Crossing. Yes, Animal Crossing. Let's talk about Animal Crossing. Um, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be revealed now. I thought it was going to be, but it makes more sense for E3, I think, now. Um, Pikmin 4, that's something we can talk about. What's the deal with Pikmin 4? Because that game seemed to be almost complete in 2015, and we still haven't heard about it. I could see Pikmin 4 if they are going to reveal one more game before E3, because I feel like Pikmin isn't an E3 level announcement either. I really enjoyed Pikmin 3, but that's a very niche title. So if Pikmin 4 is somehow like if it's going to come out soon, I have no idea when it's going to come out now. That would be fun. You know, get that one more trailer and new Pikmin game because I've actually been really ever since I played Pikmin 3, I've been like, yeah, I want more Pikmin because Pikmin 3 was pretty short. Um, and that would be a good like Pikmin could be a good like late summer, early fall before the big like releases come out. So yeah, that could happen. Um, let's see. I'm gonna read some of the chat because I was distracted by the stream being done. Um, Fire Emblem, Metroid, and Pokemon this year. Next year, Smash, Mario Kart. I think that's a little ambitious. I really don't think. Okay, so Fire Emblem, I definitely think is coming this year. Metroid, I do not think is coming this year. I think it's unlikely that Pokemon Switch is coming this year. I think it's more likely than Metroid, but I still don't think it's that likely. I actually think of the big four, Animal Crossing, Metroid, Pokemon, and Smash, I think Smash is the most likely. I think Animal Crossing is second. I think Pokemon is third. And Metroid, I do not think is coming in 2018 at all. Um, Kid Icarus is an E3 announcement. I could see it. I really do want another Kid Icarus game, and hey, maybe that's what Sakurai's been working on. Sakurai has been really quiet the past year and a half, ever since, or I guess the past year, ever since the DLC. No, yeah, about a year and a half. Ever since the DLC kind of ended in Smash Wii U and 3DS, Sakurai's been really quiet, but he has said that he has moved on to his newest project. We have no idea what that is. I'm very excited to see what that could be, though, because I like it when Sakurai can branch out. I love the Smash Brothers games, but let's see what else he can do. So maybe we could see that. Retro Studios, I mean, there's that is not something for a Nintendo Direct. I think that would be E3. Um, Definitely E3. Retro's always got something good cooking. And it's about time we found out about it, so I think that's E3 this year for sure. Um, but as for what would be in a direct in the next few weeks, I think Fire Emblem needs to get talked about. Yoshi needs to get talked about if it's as far along as we think it is. Give Kirby some more love. Give Bayonetta some more exposure. That no pun intended because she gets naked all the time in her games. But yeah, definitely give Bayonetta some more advertising. This is kind of a smaller one, kind of, depending on who you are. Shovel Knight King of Cards. I was actually surprised we didn't see that in the direct because we actually saw a few indie titles. We saw Faye, and we saw. Well, that's not an indie title. That's EA. We saw Celeste, which is an indie title, randomly show up in the direct, and that's coming out this month. So I definitely think King of Cards, if not maybe like in an indies showcase or something, but King of Cards is coming out. They said early 2018, so I want to know what the deal is there. Um, what else? Project Octopath Traveler. I want to know more about that. I'm very interested in that game. What's going on with Octopath Traveler? Um, I feel like that would be something that they'd want to talk about fairly soon because we found out about it in what, September? Um, and we still don't know the name of it. We've gotten a I thought I heard something. Um, sorry. It's really windy outside, so I might be hearing things. Um, what was I saying? Octopath Traveler. We still don't know the actual name, but we got a really good demo of it on the eShop. So I'm very interested in that game. What's going on there? I'm a little surprised we didn't hear anything about that. But they might have wanted to wait until because Lost Sphere comes out in I think like a week or something, maybe a little more than that. So maybe they want to get that out there before they actually reveal more on Octopath Traveler. Um, Daddy Sakurai is a legend. Oh, Daddy Sakurai is the daddy. He's the daddy of all daddies. Would Xenoblade Chronicles X or one a direct worthy or E3 worthy? I could see that in a direct. I don't think that's E3 material at all because it's a port, and I don't think that we would see any of either of those anytime soon. Xenoblade 2 just came out like just over a month ago. Space it out. Give people some time to finish Xenoblade 2. Like I've beaten it, but there's still a ton of stuff I need to do in the game that I want to do. So yeah, space it out more. I don't see that happening this year. Um, I would kill for a Xenoblade Chronicles 1 remake. I would too, because I need to play it. I've played Xenoblade X and I've played Xenoblade 2. I have not played the original Xenoblade Chronicles. I didn't even know what it was until the days of Smash Wii U. So I definitely need to play it. Ugh. Xenosaga HD. That could be fun. Xenogears, of course, was not on a Nintendo console, but you know what? Neither were like five of the Mega Man X games, and those are coming to the Switch. So I could see it happening. I still like Xenoblade X, even while playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I still miss Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X was good. I really liked it a lot. Xenoblade 2 is like I won't spoil it, but oh my god, the ending. Oh god, it was so good. So if you're playing Xenoblade 2, look forward to that. It has an amazing ending. Um, what else wasn't really talked about? Because Fire Emblem, we want to know more about Yoshi. I think Kirby still has some more to reveal. Um, what am I thinking? Shovel Knight, Octopath. Um, so there's still the Mario Tennis Aces. I think people are gonna want to know more about that. It's great that it's got a story mode, but people want to know about the courts, the modes, the characters. So especially if it's releasing this spring, they really need to get some more information out about that game. Because people are curious, myself included. I think it looks good. Excuse me. It looks like it really has some potential. All right, time for some serious talk. Where the heck is Mario Maker? That is a weird one. Mario Maker is oh man, Mario Maker. When is that coming? So if we do get Mario Maker on the Switch, I do think Mario Maker is for sure coming. I don't think it's going to be a port. I think it's going to be a proper sequel because we already got Mario Maker on the Wii U. It came to the 3D. If they ported it to the 3DS, I really don't think they're going to port it again, especially because the Switch functions way differently than the 3DS and the Wii U do. Whereas those games can function with two screens, the Switch is only one. So I definitely think that it would be a sequel. So I actually don't think it would be this year. I think that could actually be like a 2019 title. Maybe get revealed in late 2018, but I don't think we're going to hear about Mario Maker for a while. Um, Kirby is pretty much ready. Uh, that's the thing. I feel like we actually do know a fair amount about it, but I think they are going to want to give it one more push before it comes out, just because that, for all intents and purposes, that is their March game. So I think they're going to want to push it a little more. Detective Pikachu got a March release. Yes, it did. It is coming out in March, so that is very exciting. I'd like Mario Maker once Nintendo fixes their YouTube policies. It's the only thing holding back that game from blowing up from YouTube. Yeah, Nintendo, I mean, that's a whole other can of worms. Nintendo really does need to fix their online and their YouTube policies and all that stuff. Um, Hyrule Warriors was an all-in-one game. Yes, that's looking awesome. I'm excited for that. Do you think Luigi should have been playable in the Odyssey DLC more than having a mini game? I would have preferred it. I mean, I won't say that it's not as good as what we have. Having Luigi as playable would be awesome. Um, but I mean, hey, we got that mode actually does look like it could be some fun. Um, so yeah, I mean, Mario Odyssey is fantastic on its own. I'm not super mad that Luigi's not in it. Um, I would have preferred it, but it's whatever. Um, I feel we are bound to get another direct because it was the first mini ever. It was not the first mini direct ever. There have been plenty before, and I'll actually bring this up again. This has been kind of floating around on the internet. Every time there's been a Nintendo Direct mini, a longer, more proper direct has followed within 20 days. So you can see this on screen. Nintendo Direct minis happen actually fairly often. I remember there was one right before E3 one year, where they talked about like Chibi Robo Ziplash. So Nintendo Direct minis are not an uncommon thing. They definitely do happen. Not as much as other directs though. Um, let's see. A sequel of Super Mario Maker 2 just makes more sense, just like Splatoon 2. If Hyrule Warriors gets a Switch release, so could Mario Maker. Yeah, but Mario Maker, like Hyrule Warriors, doesn't need Hyrule Warriors can function on the Switch much like it's much easier to port it because Mario Maker you kind of have to change how the game works. So that's why I feel like that and the fact that it's already been ported once. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors got ported, but the 3DS port was really bad. So I feel like Mario Maker is definitely more sequel material than port material. Um, oh man, I'm thirsty. Ugh. You know what? I actually could see Detective Pikachu getting some more information in the next direct. Yeah, the Pokemon Company usually does their own thing, but sometimes Pokemon stuff does appear in general Nintendo Directs. And I feel like that's a game that they're going to want to push a little more. They really seem to be going in on the branding for Detective Pikachu, because there's the whole movie coming with Ryan Reynolds in it. So I feel like they really do want to push Detective Pikachu. So I could feel that getting another big push before it actually comes out in March. So just another reason to actually have a direct fairly soon. I hope in the future Super Mario Odyssey gets playable DLC characters. I'm a little split on Odyssey DLC. I would love to play through more kingdoms, have more DLC like that. At the same time, I would rather they just focus on a sequel, get a Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever out as soon as possible. Because if they're working on DLC, I feel like that would take more time from a proper sequel. I think Mario Odyssey is amazing as is. I would love DLC. I would love a sequel more. So that's kind of how I feel on it. What about the shovel? I mean, the great content on the Wii U, like the Stone Cutter. What's this? I actually don't know what the stone cutter is. I don't know if I've heard of that. There's a lot of shovelware on the Wii. We had this one. I remember my brother got it for his birthday one year from his friend. It was called Chicken Shoot, and it's literally like a flash game that just got ported onto the Wii. It was so bad. It was so like there was nothing there to it. That's like one of like the I think that's like one of like the famous or infamous rather shovelware games that was on the Switch. I'm happy we're getting Dark Souls. I really want to see Dark Souls 3. Do you think we'll see that in the future? I really do. I think we're going to see, I think we will see the Dark Souls series slowly make its way onto the Switch. We're going to see a lot of third parties this year. I think that's what 2018 is really going to be about. There'll be some great first party titles, but I really think this year is going to be all about the third parties saying, oh crap, the Switch is, oh, my stream is getting dumb again. Crap. Sometimes my internet is a little inconsistent. I'm sorry about this, guys. Can you still hear me? Hopefully things are still okay. On my end, it's saying the stream is very low. The video output is low. So just let me know what's going on your guys' end, if you can hear me. Um, okay, looks like it's good now. Um, what was I saying? What was I saying? Um, what was I saying? Are we good? Are we good? I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight. It is really windy outside, so that could be doing it. Like the wind is seriously going nuts. Um, are we back? I'm just gonna put out a tweet saying stream went offline, but I think we're back. Oh man, I got notifications. Notification squad coming in. Um, oh yeah, thank you. I made that in Mario Odyssey a little while ago. Um, oh geez, yeah, the notifications are coming through. Um, Tegan Pfeiffer or Piper saying it's offline, but I think we're back now. Um, the stream is continuing. We lost a lot of people there. Shoot, I am so sorry about that. Again, it is super windy out tonight, so just let me know in the chat if we're back online, if you guys can hear me. Um, Again, I apologize for this. It is just really, really windy out tonight. All right, we're back. Maybe just like share the stream out a little bit on Twitter or something, just so that we can get people back in here. I super apologize for that. The weather today has been nuts where I live. So over Christmas break, like I'm in Canada, it was like minus 27 Celsius a couple days in a row. Like it was freaking freezing. It's plus 17 here and it's like sunny and like there's a bunch of wind. Like I walked to work in a t-shirt and shorts today. Like it was amazing. And it's January and it's Canada. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, so third party stuff, yes, that is going to be huge in I just want to make sure that an archive actually didn't get uploaded to my channel. Because that would be kind of annoying if the stream gets uploaded while we're actually still streaming. I kind of hope that's not the case. It doesn't look like it. Okay, good. You're in Canada. You're in New Brunswick. Actually, you're not too far from me. I'm in Nova Scotia. For those who don't know, I'm in little old Nova Scotia. Um, Nothing really going on here. Anyway, though, Nintendo stuff. So yes, third parties. I think that's going to be huge this year. Square has been showing a lot of support. Capcom's been showing a lot of support with Street Fighter, and now with like, I think 19 Mega Man games coming with the 10 originals or the 10 classic Mega Mans, the 8 Mega Man X games, and then of course Mega Man 11, which I am super hyped about. Um, so actually, that would be another thing to talk about too. The Mega Man Legacy collections. When are those coming to the Switch? And the Mega Man X games, is that going to be like a legacy collection? And is when's that going to be released? I need the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, or however they're going to release it. I need Mega Man X on the Switch now. I still have not played Mega Man X4, which is apparently like one of the best ones. So I really do need my Mega Man X now. X1 and X2 are some of my favorite platformers ever. So yeah, give me Mega Man X. And I could see that in a Nintendo Direct, just giving that a highlight. I've heard it might be on the 22nd, which is my birthday, and it would be a nice surprise if they announced Pokemon Switch then too. I think Pokemon Switch, when it gets announced by the Pokemon Company, that's going to be like its own separate direct. I could see Fire Emblem being in a general direct and then getting a specific direct. Pokemon, I think, would get its own specific direct to start with. That's usually how the Pokemon Company does things. Um, I would say as a Wii U owner, I would love more ports. I can't force myself to buy great games that I haven't gotten yet for a dead console. There are a lot of great Wii U games that deserve to be played by more people. Tropical Freeze is a huge one. That game it sold all right. It didn't sell amazingly, but Tropical Freeze definitely needs to be played by everyone. It's such an amazing game. So I think yes, I've kind of answered this a couple times, but yes, a Nintendo Direct I think is coming. I think it's coming not as soon as people might think, but I think like late February, early March. I think mid March at the very latest, but I still think it could be like late February ish. Maybe we'll get one in January. I would love to be wrong. Um, I just think that they might wait a little bit longer. The beginning of the year is usually kind of a downtime. Of course, Nintendo has also said that they really don't want any gaps, and they've been really sticking to that. So yeah, uh, we'll see. I guess we'll see. As for what could be coming this year, I think I've said this already, but Smash Brothers, I think is yes, it is coming this year. I think it's going to be a holiday title. I think Animal Crossing could come this year, but I could also see it being early next year. Um, Pokemon Switch, I don't think is coming this year. Metroid Prime 4 is definitely not coming this year. I really do not think that is coming this year. Um, yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Are there any other big surprises we might see this year? Could we see F-Zero? Is Mother 3 happening? I've given up on Mother 3, honestly. Um, after like I was kind of championing it a little bit into the Game Awards, but I'm kind of over it. And the thing is too, like Nintendo has built up such a buffer of games now, like in their year one or in their like I want to say year one, but like in their first like 9 months or so, they don't need that many games right now. I still have a backlog of Switch games that I want to play. I haven't played Axiom Verge yet. I definitely want to play Axiom Verge. Um, I still want to play Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap. There's a couple games in there that I still haven't gotten a chance to play that I want to. So yeah. What happened to Pikmin 3? I don't know. Are you referring to Pikmin 4? Yeah, so yeah, there you are. Pikmin 4. Yeah, that's the weird one, right? Because it seemed like it was finished in 2015 and we haven't heard anything about it. Um, oh God, excuse me. That one kind of slipped out. I had my supper right before this. I had Subway. Um, yeah, I Pikmin 4. I have no idea what to say about that game. I would love to see it. I don't think it's an E3 announcement, but I could see it being announced in a direct. Um, is it bad that I've only played F-Zero on the SNES? I've played F-Zero. I have not played the GameCube one. That's the only one I have not played, and people always talk about that one as it's the best one. So I definitely that's another GameCube game. If we do a GameCube Virtual Console or GameCube games on the Switch in some capacity, whether it's a subscription service or not, that's one I definitely need to get around to playing. Um, because uh, Fast Racing Zero or what is it? Fast RMX. Um, Fast Racing Neo and Fast RMX are both great games. They play very much like F Zero and Wipeout, so definitely need to give F Zero GX, I think it is, on the GameCube a try. Ugh. Yeah, if you ever have to talk this long, oh my God, like I, it's tough. It's definitely tough. Gotta have my water with me. Gotta keep my throat wet. Yeah, again, I'm really sorry about the stream cutting in and out like that. That's kind of annoying. I don't have amazing internet here, and especially with the wind going outside, yeah, it can be a little annoying. We got to get something more. I refuse to accept this lackluster direct we got. I don't think it was lackluster. I don't think it was amazing. But it was definitely, I think it was good. There were some surprises in there. I didn't think we'd get Pokken DLC. I didn't think that there was a new Mario Tennis game coming in like the spring. So I think that we will see more to kind of fill out the blanks that we're missing. But I wouldn't say it's lackluster. I just don't think it was amazing. That's just my opinion, though. I hope everyone is enjoying their Switches. Mine had mine since launch. My God, what a freaking dream! Man, yeah, I got my Switch on launch day, and man, that was like I missed out on the pre-orders because when the Switch event happened in January, I think I've told the story before, but when the Switch event happened in January, I was up until like 3 in the morning because of how late it was, and I was uploading my live reactions. And then I actually slept in from when they were going to be pre-ordered, when the pre-orders were going to go live. It was at 10 a.m. my time. I woke up at like 10:04 and I was like, crap, I gotta get on the computer right now. They were already gone. Like they were already all sold out at my local stores. So that was fun. So I had to go to Walmart and line up on launch day, and I got there. This is in March in Canada, so it was brutally cold. I had to line up at Walmart at like 4 in the morning. I was still like the fourth person there, and then of course there was a huge line there by the time that the Walmart actually opened at 7. But I actually got a neon Switch, so that was really exciting. It was really nice to just kind of stand in the line and talk with people about like how excited they were for Breath of the Wild. And then yeah, like almost every big Switch release I've been picking up. I didn't pick up Pokken. I didn't pick up Fire Emblem Warriors, but besides that, I pretty much played them all. So yeah. Nintendo should just lend the F-Zero franchise to Shinen and help them make a new F-Zero game. I think that would be a great idea. They've obviously proved that they know how to make like a futuristic high-speed racer. So that'd be great. Do you think the N64 Classic will be announced this year or is even coming at all? Yes, it is definitely coming. Will it be? I think we will get a new classic line this year. I can't. I'm so split on if it's going to be the GameCube or the N64 because there's arguments to be made for both. Um, if you had to like, if I had to choose one, I would probably say the Game Boy Classic would come first. I think it just makes more sense to get the 2D consoles out of the way, or get as many 2D consoles out of the way before they move on to their 3D ones. So I think the Game Boy Classic would come before the N64, but I would actually prefer an N64 Classic over a Game Boy Classic, but we'll see. I think a new Classic is coming this year, though, for sure. They've really been selling well. Um, Tell me about the Switch is absolutely killing it. Nintendo is definitely back. It's a good feeling. Nintendo is back. It really, really is a good feeling. The Wii U, I for all its problems, I did like the Wii U. But it is good to finally, you know, Nintendo's not doomed anymore. Or I think some people on the internet would still argue that. But hey, Nintendo's back on track. If you don't think so, then phooey to you. So I think I might wrap it up here soon. I do want to get some time in on the Splatfest, which I'm very excited about. I do have a very busy work weekend tomorrow and Sunday, so I do want to get to bed somewhat early tonight. Um, but I'll stay on for a few more minutes. If they move to the handheld classic, then I think I'd be fine with it because the closer they get to the current gen, the more it will cost. That is true. A GameCube classic. That's the thing though. Like as we get like if you wait a few years and we get to say the Wii classic, I don't know, will those games still be valued as highly as they are now? Because like right now, like on the Wii U, you can buy them for like what, $25, I think, something like that. Would they be worth that much in like 4 or 5 years? Because if you think about it, like back in the day, like an N64 game might have been like $65, $70. But then, 5 years later, you might want it for $50. But nowadays it's like $10, if you download it online. So it depends on when they release it, how much they can value it at. And then of course you gotta account for inflation and whatnot. Economics is great. Ugh. Let's hope they get those 64 gigabyte cartridges anytime soon. Yeah, what was there was like some sort of rumor or whatever that they got delayed to 2019. I forget exactly what that was. But that is kind of big because there are a lot of big games that would require those 64 gigabyte cartridges that otherwise can't really be practically released on the Switch without some sort of downsizing. So yeah, let's hope. But I think I am going to cut it off there. So thank you guys, of course, for joining. This was fun. I'll kind of summarize what I said before. Yes, I do think a direct is coming fairly soon. I could see it happening in like late February, early March. I would love to be wrong and see it earlier than that, but I think some of the big things that need to be talked about are Fire Emblem on the Switch, Yoshi. I think Kirby could get another push. If they're gonna do a direct before Bayonetta 1 and 2 come out, of course, give that another push. Um, Detective Pikachu would be great to talk about. Um, Maybe get an indie reel in there. Shovel Knight King of Cards. Project Octopath Traveler needs to be talked about. People are very excited for that. Um, what else was there? I don't know. Maybe another surprise like Pikmin 4, maybe Animal Crossing. Who knows? But I do think another direct is coming, so I still think there are some gaps. Get some more information on Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah, so those are just kind of my overall summarized thoughts. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're going to be in the Splatfest tonight, maybe I'll see some of you there. That would be fun. I won't be streaming that, just FYI. I don't have a way to stream for my Switch yet. I want to get around to that. But getting a proper capture setup is expensive. Anyway, I'm rambling. I will see you guys later. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon, whatever. Bye.